And I see this report from the Daily Mail that we spent $1 million on research that could literally threaten national security and public health. It involves infecting ducks with different viruses to make them more infectious, all part of gain-of-function research. And this is the United States Department of Agriculture and the Chinese Communist Party working in conjunction at a CCP lab to make this happen. Does the United States not learn its lesson here?
Grant, this is terrible that we were seeing more and more money flowing into CCP, controlled institutions and CCP controlled research programs. If you recall about all of the gain of function and how Dr. Fauci got involved into it, and why, the leader of the Wuhan P4 lab was working with Dr. Fauci while they were in the United States and in Colorado while they were studying, and this, all related together about, a huge stories behind the COVID-19 pandemic. The bird flu is not something new to Chinese people. If you remember that in the early 2000s, there was a bird flu, popping up in the city of Beijing, and at that time it was almost like a small pandemic where people must, test temperatures when they go to office and schools, and they even have some, cases of death in Beijing as well. And, as we know from videos and broadcasts from the new federal state of China, bird flu was actually a historical test of how the Chinese Communist government was trying to test out if a pandemic can bring out more of political control strategies against the normal people. And this is what exactly the CCP managed to do during the COVID-19 pandemic. They locked people in their home. They control your food supplies. They can use simply a barcode to tag you so that they can restrict your activity area. And all these was not just merely a scientific research program, right, Grant? It's a political purpose behind that. And so today, when we're seeing more U.S. money flowing into a CCP-controlled research program, this is exactly where we made mistakes, and we must retrieve that mistakes as soon as possible.
You've got a number of congressmen and women who are now saying, "Hey, well, enough is enough. How does this happen?" And the collaboration is with this is the Chinese Academy of Sciences, which was also involved with the Wuhan lab. And so, again, you think the red flags would go up, but I guess not.